Good evening, everyone. It's 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which means it's time for Pettit's Puck Talk. These seats are really low, so I'm adjusting mine. Welcome to episode 21. The podcast is old enough to drink, boys. We take him out for a drink after the show?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
How you guys doing today?
Oh no, I can't adjust this chair, dude.
It's a lever right here. You just pull it, and then you get up, and it pops up.
Yeah, come on, man.
We'll figure it out next week.
All right, that sounds good.
All right.
So, we couldn't do the show last week because of technical difficulties. It was unfortunate. We had a good show coming up, but we still got some of the stories from last week to talk about this week. We're going to start it off with a note of sadness. Charles Wang, the former owner of the New York Islanders, died on Sunday at age 74 from lung cancer. I don't really know anything about the guy. Hadn't even really heard about him until this happened, so that's a little sad. Definitely hit the hockey community pretty hard, I'm sure, but I don't really have much to comment about that. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, when was he the owner? Was it during the 80s?
03. No, he bought it. He founded some technology company. I don't know what it's called. And then in 03, he went and watched one hockey game, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to buy the team." Seriously, that's what happened.
He bought it right after the guy who bought the team for no money.
I guess so. I don't know. That's a good question.
That's cool. Dude, Islanders have a really cool story behind all of them.
Yeah, especially.
I wish I could go to a hockey game and just buy the team after.
Yeah, that'd be sick. You just got millions to blow.
Yeah. Wow, this is a cool sport. I'll take that team.
I'll take it.
But hopefully they bring back those thirds, dude. The fisherman thirds.
Oh yeah.
Best jerseys the league's ever seen besides the Kachinas, for sure.
Big facts.
But moving into our next story, Jordan Tutu announced his retirement last Friday. So there's a guy I grew up watching. So that he was probably one of the last of his kind too. I mean, you look around the league, there's not a lot of guys like that anymore.
Yeah, and back in the day, I wore the tutus, so this hits home for me.
The Tutu
yeah,
train.
but your
baby.
last name isn't Tutu, so it's not as cool.
Definitely not as cool.
And I'm playing the NHL. It's not really cool either. So.
I mean, you're only a step below it.
Yeah.
ACHA D3. We're right there.
Yeah. All it takes is a look.
You never know who's in the crowd, dude.
It's only one step. I
Yeah.
mean, one really big step, but just one step.
But Tutu played 13 seasons between Nashville, Detroit, New Jersey, and Chicago, tallying 161 points and 1,010 penalty minutes in 723 games played.
Did you forget the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs?
Oh, dude, he did play in Roanoke, didn't he?
Oh.
It wasn't the
Express,
Rail Yard Dogs,
right?
though.
It was
Yeah,
Express.
it was the Express back in the E.
Check half the cliff notes. Stepping up.
But he really had a lot of adversity throughout his career. I don't know if you guys are aware or not. I don't know if you read his book. I don't read, so I haven't read the book.
I can't read, so.
Same. So, but he battled with substance abuse a lot in his career. He actually lost his brother to it. So he actually had a period of his career where he wasn't playing, and then he came back from hockey after he wrote the book. He was also the first Inuit to ever play in the NHL, so that's a big accomplishment for him. But yeah, I mean, do you guys have?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either until I was looking into the story.
Yeah, I saw it in the Cliff Notes this morning, and I was like, wow. So I'm guessing you didn't
Oh,
peek,
you did?
Yeah, you didn't peek over at him this morning?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering.
But I mean, impressive stuff there from him,
Yeah, no, he wasn't a bad player either. Usually enforcers, back then, were plugs. He could actually play some hockey.
Yeah.
Which, that's why I feel like he lasted so long.
Yeah, I mean, he was in Chicago last season, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. That's
Still
probably
that best last name ever.
Was he playing anywhere this year?
No, I think he's doing something with the Brandon Wheat Kings. That's where he played juniors at. And then I know he also said he wants to help other Aboriginal indigenous kids try to make because I mean the town he came from only had 3,000 people. So
that's nuts.
to make it to the NHL from a town that only has 3,000 people to begin with, that's pretty impressive.
Did you just go skate on the lake?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's your 9 to 5.
Oh. But yeah, so sad to see him go, but it was his time, I guess. But
that'd be sick if they get an Inuit pipeline to the NHL. From Tutu. Could you imagine if that's something that becomes a normal thing? That'd be sick. That'd be really cool.
So I'm sure you guys saw last week, Canada, they legalized marijuana.
Oh, did they?
Can we just give a round of applause for that real quick, boys? But Connor McDavid, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but he said the NHL would be stupid to not at least look into using weed as basically like a recovery for athletes and stuff like that. Not so much like the THC side of it, but the CBD side of it, like using it as like lotion and stuff like that to recover your bones and stuff a day after a big game.
Oh yeah, I love lotion.
Yeah.
And the CBD lotion is great.
But I thought this was pretty interesting to see Connor McDavid say this because, I mean, he's probably the cover boy of the NHL right now. Either him or Matthews, and you see a guy like this coming out and saying that.
I mean, they say that a lot of guys in the NHL are already using, like, that's what some of the players are saying, like former players. Or they say that, like, when they played, they were. But there's a GM that said, like, if he knew his players were, like, you know, smoking marijuana, he would not be happy. He'd definitely be looking into it, some kind of discipline, even though it's legal in Canada.
Well, and that's the business aspect of it is, like, even though it's legal, the owners and the coaches, like, they can do whatever they want still. They don't have to let their players do that.
Yeah, they weren't cool with it. A couple of them. I mean, not many have talked out, like, about it.
Yeah. It's still kind of coming out and stuff like that, but...
And I mean, like David said this, but really only, like, what... less than 10 NHL teams could realistically do this. Like, and only the Canadian teams and maybe Colorado.
California, too.
Yeah.
You got the Ducks, all those teams. I mean, you're right. But I think it's only a matter of time, really, till, I mean, the U.S. does the same thing that Canada just did.
I mean, I agree. But, I mean, like, I don't know if the league would, like, have a policy like that just because, like, every team wouldn't be able to, like, take advantage of it, per se.
Well, I mean, it's up right now. It's up to the teams what they do. Like, they drug test for everything, and like they don't have to report anything back to the league. It's like all of them, as far as I know. They can. I mean, you could have a dude doing coke every day, and he could be playing still because your team's not reporting it back to the NHL. So it's really like.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Flyers.
Yuri Electra, yeah.
Oh.
Yo, and he's playing this season, dude? Is that investigation still going on?
I don't know, but he's having one of the best seasons. Maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know.
He's going and railing coke every intermission.
Dude, he's been like... I mean, he's still a plug, but much better than he was last year.
Well, it's hard to be worse than 3 goals. I could have done. I
don't even think he has a goal.
That's Zach Ronaldo.
Dude, Zach Ronaldo is a beast. Don't talk about my boy like that. Don't.
There's the door.
He's an animal, though. He really is. That dude's an animal. He's on the Predators now.
Poor Preds.
Poor?
Poor Preds.
Why?
Zach Ronaldo is?
Yeah, they brought, like, Laviolette brought him in because he's coached with the Flyers.
That's awesome.
Of course he did. What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, his eyebrows pulled him in with his...
Speaking from a Tom Wilson fan. Yeah, Tom Wilson's a saint, though. Just because he's good looking, it's okay?
Partially.
Okay, fair.
Well, I mean, he's partially good looking because the, Stanley Cup ring he always has on.
Chill out. Jay Beagle just got his today. How you feel about that?
Not great.
Why?
Because he left.
He didn't leave. You guys, like, didn't even offer him a contract.
You guys could probably replace him so easily, too. Like,
what? Jay Beagle? Are you kidding me?
He has, like, 90% of the draws. Career.
Yeah, but still. Like...
He's got like a 10% shots on goal percentage, not even like 0.1%. What is he, like a 6 goal scorer?
What are you talking about?
He's talking about the shooting percentage. His shooting percentage.
How many goals does he have a year?
I don't know. He doesn't play
10
for us.
tops.
And you're making fun of Zach Ronaldo.
You're really gonna say they're even?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I was trying to bring that up again.
Oh, you guys ever done those you've ever been to a hockey game and they let you do the shoot the puck competition at like center ice, they pull you out?
Yeah.
So
you done it?
Yeah.
Where at?
No, I haven't.
That breaks my heart a little bit.
I was like, dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
If you actually have.
But so anyways, they did it at the United Center last week during a Blackhawks game, and basically for anybody who doesn't know, it's just a chance where they select like random fans from the crowd, bring them out to center ice, and make them shoot through these small holes they put at the bottom of a cover that goes over the net. But they had 4 participants, and one of them was a former pro tennis player. I don't know her, but her name's Anna Ivanovic. I don't know if any of you guys know her.
Oh yeah, big time.
Do you?
No.
But all 4 participants scored a combined 6 goals during the Blackhawks shoot the puck contest last week. I think this is the first time that has ever happened, so I had to put it in the story. I know it's really not even relative, it's not relevant to anything, but
I mean, maybe they should look at signing a couple of them.
That's what she joked about. She was like, "Yeah, I'll be ready for my entry level deal any minute now."
I watched some of the game last night. They could use some help. I was 33 shots in the second.
Oh yeah,
period.
I saw that. Who put that record up?
They tied it. It was Tampa Bay. I think they said they tied.
No,
the record
that was a new
or
record.
broken.
Yeah, they set the new record
Dude,
for that.
They were just toying with the Blackhawks.
Well,
I've
dude,
never seen anything like it.
Wait, what was the record?
33 shots in one period.
Yeah.
That was a record?
Yeah, that's a lot of shots,
in
dude.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but like...
One period in the NHL?
What they finished with?
Like, probably like 60.
Yeah, something like 70, 60, 70. Like, Cam Ward didn't even look bad. It was just like...
Onslaught.
It wasn't even fair.
Did you see that save he had where it like rolled across to the post and it was rolling across the goal line? He reached back.
I was watching. I thought that
swipes.
went in when I watched it, but then like
Might as well have.
a little bit later. Well, no, they brought it back. Like somehow Blackhawks, they just start playing when there's like 5 minutes left. They look like they're actually good, and
Yeah, Taves is washed up.
they go in to like dump the puck, and the ref tries to jump over the puck, but it hits him on the skate, goes right to the high slot, right to the Blackhawks guy, just roofs it. Domingue just breaks his stick, hits the ref with the stick.
Hey, Tampa. What? No, keep going.
They
Sorry.
get it unsportsmanlike for him hitting his stick. Like, it hits, like, Wes McCauley, I think. Like, in
Really?
the arm.
I didn't even catch it.
Because it went off the ref's skate when they dumped it in, went, like, right to the guy in the high slide, just, like, dink. Because, like, Domingue was going to get it.
Yeah.
Like, behind the net. So he was pissed, slammed it. The coach calls him over. Then they almost score again. They almost brought it back to 5-4, but then they put an empty netter, so.
I'm looking at those stats right now. They finished with 55 shots, which isn't like
crazy.
But that's a lot of shots. Dude.
Yeah.
In one period, though, 33.
Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. So
That's like, that's more than some, like, teams all game. 33.
for sure, dude. That's like
Yeah.
you see a lot of games today that don't make it to 33 shots. I mean, you also see a lot that do, but
Yeah, Cam Ward might retire. He got so much work, he's like,
He's already got his ring.
yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
yeah, does he even remember it?
I'll tell you one thing. If I'm the Hawks GM, I'm looking to get rid of Taves for like a second or a third.
Whoa, yeah, I thought he
Taves
was
is
doing all right
comeback
this year,
season,
yeah.
baby. Comeback
If
season.
anything, if I'm complaining
He
about
got
any,
waxed last night.
Yeah, but
if
let's
I'm
talk about
complaining,
opening
it's
week.
Crawford is who I'm complaining. Corey Crawford, I'll be complaining about him. Corey Crawford and Cam Ward, that's bad.
Yeah.
They paid Corey
If
Crawford.
Taves was an RFA last summer, I'm seeing him make like $4 million max.
Well, yeah, but if they were going to get rid of him, it would have
You
had to
mean
have been
UFA?
last year.
No.
RFA.
RFA. Restricted, needs a new contract, staying there.
Oh,
4
4
mil.
mil? No way. He gets like.
He's on 10, dude. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
him and Patty Kane.
Well, Kane kind of deserves
Isn't that the highest paid duo in the league?
Duo, yeah.
I know Malkin
Maybe.
and Crosby. Like Crosby's only at 9 something.
Yeah.
How's it not Matthews and Tavares?
Actually, I think Crosby's at
No,
8.77.
like on the same team.
Yeah.
Duo.
Like highest paid 2 players on one team.
I know, Matthews and Tavares.
Oh, Matthews
I
hasn't
didn't
gotten a
hear Tavares.
contract yet.
Oh, well, maybe it'll probably be those two once that kicks in.
What did Tavares get?
Like 10
A
or
ton.
11.
I don't even remember.
Well, that's what Matthews is probably going to get, right? Considering
Yeah,
that
so
David got
probably-
13.
Yeah, but
It'll
they
be close.
Dude, honestly, I could see a lot of players on the Leafs like taking pay cuts because they won a cup. Like,
Yeah.
dude, there's no team
Nylander's
that's set
gotta
up
be the
better.
first.
Not Nylander. He's not
Yeah,
going to.
but they don't even need. Like, I think if
Fine,
anything,
he
the
can go
situation.
Ryan Carolina, I don't care.
Ron Carolina, he do what? Dude, he's good. I think he's better than.
Yeah, but this situation with them isn't helping
I think
his
he's
cause
better
at
than
all,
Mitch.
man.
I think he's better
No,
than Mitch.
he's the
Marner.
next Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah, like
Uh-uh.
it got
Dougie
bad.
Hamilton's weird and not as good as Nylander at all.
Yeah, but
Nylander's-
nobody's going to want to negotiate with this
Yeah.
guy.
He doesn't even want that much money.
He wants $8 million.
Where'd you hear that? Where'd you see
His
that?
mouth.
He wants $8 mil. His mouth. You heard from his mouth? Just came out that
That's
he
where
said he
words
didn't
come
want
from.
that money.
If I'm correct,
He wanted something in the 4 to 6 range.
that's what he was offered. He wants 8.
I think you're wrong. And he was upset that the GM came
you're
out
an
and
idiot.
said that he wants him to take less than Marner and Matthews.
Which he should.
Less than Marner, disagree. Less than Matthews, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like if
he's not. I
I would put him and Marner on about the same level.
Well, what's Marner on?
I don't
they're
know.
both
Y'all
getting-
are the money people. I'm not
They're
good with the
both are getting
contracts like
paid
that.
at like they both have. All 3 of them have to get paid at the same time. That's the problem.
Well, I was also going to bring up, I saw somewhere, I think it was Instagram, Nylander started practicing with a...
The team in like Switzerland or something, or like
Austria?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
something crazy, dude.
Yeah. They were saying that if he doesn't sign by December 1st, he's gonna play there.
Well, he's not gonna have a choice to play in the NHL. Nobody wants that. I don't think it's like a Le'Veon Bell situation of the NHL, basically.
I think someone will
Yeah.
snag him right away once he's up to.
I mean, you would be
He's
stupid
so
not to,
good.
but at the same time, like
I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Well, fly.
looking at it from a short-term perspective, I agree. But like long-term, when he needs to have his contract renewed, like is he gonna do that again later down the road? Like
I don't think so.
it's hard to say, man.
His dad's his agent.
But is he worth?
His dad's the one telling him to do it all.
Yeah.
His dad's like, yeah, you need to hold out, like get what you're worth and everything.
But like longevity is a thing
Caps Hall of
too.
Famer,
Like,
not a big deal.
yeah, but he could like tear his ACL and be on a $4 million contract. You make $4
Alright, what do you
million in
think?
your
What do
career.
you
That's
think?
not the best.
What do you think he deserves?
I would deserves $6 million a year.
I was gonna say 5.
Well,
How many goals
I
did he
agree
put-
with that.
how many goals did he
I
put
agree
up
with you,
last
but he's
year?
asking for 8.
I would rather have him than Marner. That's my opinion. Nylander, I feel like, is a better
I
all-around
feel like
player.
Hockey DB needs to settle this.
I'm pulling up his stats right now. All right, so William Nylander, last season, let's see, he finished with 61 points in 82 games. Not bad. 3rd year in the league.
How many goals did he have?
20.
That's good.
So,
I'll take him.
60 points is really solid.
Yeah, I'll take him.
But 8 mil.
and who? Mitch Marner was our other
6
one.
mil is what I would cap out at. Like 6.25 maybe.
What if he gets 5.5, making the same as Tom Wilson?
See, that's what I'm saying. Are you kidding me? You think Nylander's like, let me take the same as Wilson?
All right, are you guys ready for Marner?
Yeah.
So last season,
This is-
68 points, 22 goals. So they're the same player, dude. Like,
And I think like he's better like all around, like bigger guy and stuff. Not that Marner. I'm not saying they're both really good players, but I like Nylander better.
Nylander in the first for Dahlin.
No.
I think Dahlen is like, I don't even know if he's NHL ready yet. I mean, he looks good, but I don't know if he's.
He's got to
Yeah.
take.
As
He's got to
good
need
as-
some time.
Yeah, he needs to mature a little more. He's still small.
I feel like it's always like that though for defensemen.
Yeah.
Because it took Hedman a brick. To
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, your defensive positions, like look at goalies too.
Yeah, I was gonna
goalies
say
are.
goalies take a brick.
The only guy that is like Ekblad that I saw like really
Yeah.
just do it. He looked like a man when he got drafted.
Honestly,
though.
Thomas Chabot doesn't look bad either.
No,
He
yeah.
looks pretty solid too, but I don't really catch too
I
many
think
audible
Ekblad
games.
played like right out though, like right out of the draft.
He did.
Oh,
He was
did he?
first overall, so.
What do you mean so? As a defenseman,
I mean,
it's still
obviously,
crazy.
first overall, you're expected to play right away.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, that's why you're not GM.
Dude, definitely not necessarily. How can you say that for every player?
You're gonna go into a draft with the first overall pick and not take someone that's NHL ready.
Do you think Dahlin's NHL ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
he doesn't have to be at his peak, but he's NHL ready.
Dude, I
For
think
Buffalo, yeah, I think so. You put him on another team though, like if he would say put him in Nashville, just for like the sake of the story, like he's definitely getting sent down there because look at the
Yeah.
depth they have on.
Yeah,
D.
he's
The only reason they're using him in Buffalo is because they have no depth on defense
I
whatsoever.
think like they can like definitely mature. It's better for them to sit 1 year, like go back, dominate their league, mature, get bigger, then come.
well,
Or
dude,
even
it's like,
go to Europe and play with like actual men.
dude, Buffalo knows they're not winning the cup this year, so it's like a big chance for him to learn and get some NHL experience.
One
too.
of those top 5 picks just did that. He's playing, or maybe not top 5, like not next year, but the year after. Is like one of the top overall picks. He's playing in like same league Austin Matthews is or did
in that Swiss league over there.
Yeah, so I think that's like a big option these days now too. But Jack Hughes, I think that's what like Buffalo could have a chance at him, right?
Yeah.
they're not doing well.
Yeah, that kid, he's an American,
Detroit,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the defenseman or whatever. Is he a defenseman?
No, forward. His brother's a defenseman.
Okay.
Quentin Hughes.
Yeah, I got you.
He went to Vancouver, right? I think.
That sounds right, but I don't know.
They,
There's so many young players, dude, to try to
Yeah.
keep up with.
Jack Hughes is he's gonna be so nasty.
I've been hearing about him a lot recently, but
They played against BU the other day, and they were all chanting his name at the BU game or Boston College game, trying to get him to go there. I was like, I'd go.
so did you guys see the Peter Laviolette bet that they did?
I did not.
I saw the picture, but I did not see the interview.
So the interview really wasn't anything special, but he basically just made a bet with his players that if they won the first, like their 2 road games up in Alberta, that he'd wear like a bull mask during a post-game interview. So
You got a picture of this?
it's online, dude. You haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet?
No.
Oh, this is awesome. I think I showed it to the Facebook page too.
Yeah, he shared it. I saw that.
Yo, this is literally what he was wearing in the interview.
That's awesome.
Like in front of the media and everything. It's literally just a bull mask. But it was pretty cool. So they beat the Flames and the Oilers, and then he had to put on the mask. I thought that was pretty funny. Just a little funny note to put in here. And then my boy Paul Correa, finally got honored. Finally got the respect he deserves. They the Ducks retired his number last night before they played the Bruins. For those of you who don't know, Paul Kariya was Anaheim's first ever draft pick back in '93 when the Ducks were still like the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. So, you guys got anything to add to this story?
Did they show the hit of him getting?
I hope not, man. I hope not.
I feel like if they might have just for the fact that like what he did later in that game.
Yeah, he came back. He came back to win it.
No way they would let him do that these days. He was definitely concussed.
Dude, he was out cold. Yeah, he was. He was dead. Yeah, that was bad.
He had CT before he hit the ice.
So was that Scott Stevens?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Lindros both got the Scott Stevens treatment.
A lot of people got the Scott Stevens treatment.
Where he'd get suspended full seasons nowadays.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
That was just how the boys played back then.
I was just watching something and
Dale Hunter.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is some guy was celebrating, and he after this, just comes up and just elbows him right in the face.
Hey,
it was Niedermeyer.
You know what that was, baby? Are you talking about the one are you talking about Dale Hunter right now, or are you talking about?
No, but it's similar case.
Dale I haven't seen the one you're talking about.
He elbowed. I think it's Scott Niedermeyer in the face. I was like,
yeah, probably deserved it.
But either way, dude, I'm just happy to see, because Paul Kariya has been away from the game for so long because he felt they didn't treat concussions right and deal with player safety like that how they should. So it's good to see him
Hall
get
of Fame or no?
Yeah.
Like the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Finished with 669 points in 606 games played. So that's more than a point a game.
Hold on, I'm just checking your math.
Yeah, I forgot. Criminal justice major, not really mathematicians, huh?
What's the next topic?
Our next topic is a reoccurring topic, actually. Coming back to something we talked about a couple weeks ago. Austin Watson has had his suspension reduced.
Good God.
The original 27-game suspension was brought down to an 18-game suspension. And his fiancée said in a statement, my behavior and state of intoxication led to the police being involved that day. I have struggled with alcoholism for many years, and I am actively involved in AA. I am fortunate to have Austin's continued support with my treatment. We handled matters poorly on June 16th and know that we need to make better decisions going forward. So, wow, where are we going to start with this one?
I don't even know.
How do you even know?
No clue.
I think Austin Watson was like, here, look what you did. Look at my paycheck now after I had to sit out 27 games. She's like, wow.
Yeah, he could be right, though.
No, he couldn't.
He's onto something.
And then she was like, you know what? How can you get a suspension reduced when you have a domestic violence charge? It's different for a hit in the NHL.
Dude, this is a reoccurring problem with domestic violence. Is for some reason
just
the woman
in
seems to feel guilty for some reason and make it seem like it's her fault when it's really not.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't know why the NHL would
I don't see how you go back on that suspension. You don't. Yeah. That's not something you go back and you look at the tape and you're like, oh yeah, he only hit her once. Yeah. 18.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a hockey match.
Yeah, you can't.
If he got charged, he got charged.
I will say the same. They went to an arbitrator or whatever to get the suspension reduced.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not getting this mixed up with the Tom Wilson one, but that arbitrator is the same guy that the Yankees went to when they had all those guys juicing and they won the World Series or whatever a couple years ago. Also the same arbitrator that the New Orleans Saints used when they
the bounty.
Yeah. So this is the guy that upheld the bounty, but also let a bunch of dudes.
What's this bounty story?
So the New Orleans, you didn't hear about this? Probably back in high school. The New Orleans Saints did they win the Super Bowl that year?
Well, it was it came out I think it was a time period. It wasn't just one season. It was one of their coaches out there from from let's say 2010 to 2015. I don't know the dates, but for a 5-year span or 3-year span or something, they had bounties on guys. If you hurt the quarterback, you got a
bonus, dude. Literally,
yeah.
They were
that geeks.
They were literally paying people to go hurt people. So
that's awesome. Huge fan.
I don't know what that says about the arbitrator, but yeah, to see this,
he's a good arbitrator.
Yeah, he gets the job done. Yeah. Cool. I don't know how you reduce that suspension, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's bad look. I think
definitely a bad look.
They could have started at 18 and just kept it at 18, and no one would have said anything.
Nope.
But to reduce it just makes it look bad.
Yeah. So I think we're kind of all in agreement on this topic.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah. Yeah. Austin Watson. So that's all we have for news. We're gonna move into some milestones and some fantasy hockey, game of the week, and then some Radford hockey to finish it off. So let's start with milestones. Good, thank you, Job. Both Rasmus Dahlin and Brady Tkachuk scored their first NHL goals. I think that was 2 weeks ago. We didn't get to talk about that last week on the pod. Technical difficulties. Not a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. And Duncan Keith played his 1,000th NHL game, so that's huge. Not a lot of players reach that milestone, so very impressive to see that. You guys got anything to add to those?
I thought Brady Tkachuk already had a goal.
This was like news that was supposed to be on the podcast last week.
Okay.
So
Scored 2 in the Flyers game. Those were his first 2 goals.
and now he's out with a torn ligament in his knee or something like that.
like that. Yeah.
So
Dahlin, oof. He might need some makeup. He's pretty
he's ugly.
a little sore on the eyes.
Hit up Team Doctor, get some Accutane going, he'll be straight.
Dude, okay. I don't know. Whatever you say.
I do say.
Okay. Duncan Keith, 1,000 games. Definitely looks like he's been there for 1,000 games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Solid
Def-
defenseman,
Yeah.
though. Good defenseman.
You see what Joverson...
I think he's definitely on downward.
Well, yeah, but look how
Oh,
old
yeah.
the dude is. But take him in his prime,
How old is he?
He was good.
like 30, late 30s, 38, 30.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought
You
he
see Joverson come back to Chicago.
That was
and they get
sad,
the trip,
man.
And he starts crying. It's like, dude, I'm not crying. You're crying.
35, Duncan Keith. Yeah, I saw that. That was sad.
I love Joverson because he was just like so solid defensively. And
They were saying he's the most underrated player on that team all those years they were winning the cups. Like,
I agree.
they were saying he's the most underrated player from that
yeah, he
team.
was so solid.
Same with Tom Wilson for the Caps. Not
But, Clay, I know you said you wanted to start talking about fantasy hockey on here. I only wrote down 2 things. If you have more to add, that's fine.
Finally set my lineup.
Did you?
Thank you.
Month into the season,
That's
finally
awesome.
set my lineup for tonight.
But I saw
Boys
Pe-
are going to be buzzing tonight.
I picked up Suros though because I saw
Yeah.
Ray was out on the IR.
Yeah, so Pecorine is out on the IR. I don't know how long that's going to be. And then also Columbus Blue Jackets defenseman Seth Jones will be making his debut tonight. He's been out with a knee injury.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
you didn't set your lineup. You don't know who's been doing well on your team, would you?
You know who's been doing well on my team?
Why would you bring that up?
Well, because that's what we talk about fantasy.
Nathan
wise.
McKinnon.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely killing it right now.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely killing it.
Well, I have Connor McDavid, and then in that one, I won in both leagues, by the way.
You have him in both leagues?
No, I don't have him. I won in both leagues.
Oh.
Not a big deal, Jobs. I checked my lineup.
I checked my lineup and lost in both leagues. So.
Yeesh.
I don't need this right now.
And then, are we gonna get the other team like that doesn't check the lineup situated?
I don't know.
we need to.
Yeah.
Because there was 2, you and Sean, 757 boys. I guess just don't check lineups.
Yeah, it must be something about the water down there.
Yeah.
Must be. This isn't Flint.
About that. Sorry, Porterfield. We didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Shout out Porterfield. Just kidding.
Oh gosh.
But so that was. I mean, did you have anything else for fantasy to
No,
add other than that?
I'll bring some more next week.
I will say, the NHL just started a podcast where it's called
Okay.
NHL Fantasy on Ice. All they talk about is fantasy. The first episode dropped today.
That's good.
So
I feel like fantasy hockey is pretty hard to like.
Yeah.
It's
For sure.
definitely the most like.
Hopefully they don't poach our listeners.
Yeah. Seriously, all 8 of them.
God, we might only have 6 next week.
If we're lucky.
For luck. Give or
That's a
take
good
couple.
day. That's a good day.
Yeah.
Game of the week. Did you guys have any?
Oh, that game you have listed was, well, like, it was hyped because the Flyers were up by so much, and then we only won in a shootout. But it was sick because you get to see Barkov go.
Yeah.
I felt bad for the goalie, and just like like he was going the lineup, and I was like, it's gonna be bad, and it was bad.
Yeah. Barkov is an animal.
Did you see the one he just scored against?
Yeah, he
Tampa?
makes it look like he's gonna do
Yeah.
crossovers, and then he comes back and buries it. Yeah, that was pretty sick.
I think he might be one of the most underrated guys in the
Yeah.
NHL.
They were saying best player without McDavid or Crosby on his last name, and I was like,
Yeah, he's really good. He's just like on a not so good team.
Yeah.
The goaltending needs some work, for sure.
yeah.
And their fan base and their gym and everything about them.
Speaking of fan base, have you total different topic? Have you seen the Chargers fan base? They're
No.
getting
The Los Angeles Chargers.
yeah, they're getting a few they might go back. The NFL's like, we can't show your games because they're so low.
Seriously?
Yeah, they might have to go back to San Diego.
Didn't they move him to LA for that reason?
Yeah, but they went with the Chargers. Or with the Rams, I mean. The
So they
Rams,
share the same stadium.
yeah, and the Rams pack it.
Why do people do that, dude?
I don't know. They were mad. Everyone was mad about the Chargers going there.
I feel like when you have two teams in the same league that share the same stadium, like you're setting one of them up for failure for sure. Because like one team's gonna get all the attention, the other team's obviously gonna be the lesser of the two and not gonna get any attention.
I mean, I think Jets Giants is the best you could
this
do.
year now for like the first.
Are they still sharing MetLife?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they just have like, it's like I think like the Jets are more of like I don't know. Their fan bases are from different areas, I think.
Yeah. Well, the Jets has a lot of like New Jersey people, I think, that come, and then the Giants are just a lot of New York, I think. But
they play in New Jersey. The stadium's in New Jersey.
That's what's weird about it, dude.
Yeah. But I just couldn't believe that. Like, it was almost like a high school, like, college attendance to their games. Like, only, like, maybe, like, 1,000 or so.
That's
like
bad.
A few thousand.
It's like the
really
Panthers.
Bad. I saw a picture. There was just, like, in the picture of it, there was just, like, 4 people in the stands. I was like, what? For a football game? That's bad. Panthers are better than that.
Did you have a game of the week? Or it's all right if not. We can just move into Radford hockey, and I'll let you start that one off.
That was my game of the week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So,
game of the week.
why don't you go ahead and kick things off here for Radford hockey?
Oh, the boys came out buzzing in the first game. Got the 5-4 dub, I think.
No, it was 7-6. It wasn't it a 5-4 loss on Saturday.
We're not going to talk about that game. Actually, we can't because, it's kind of funny at the end. But yeah, won the first game 7-6.
Talk about...
I had a beautiful goal. Third one, clap bomb, not a big deal.
Clap bomb.
I scored one. That's always surprising.
There's a tap in at the crease. You're not important.
You should win the game if I score, though. It's very rare occurrence.
But that's toe to you.
But we found out one thing this week is that I think for the next Rough and Rowdy, we might be putting Nicholas Porterfield in on the candidates.
Yeah, now we can shout out Porterfield.
I mean, I didn't see anyone else trying to take that 6'5" goalie on. I mean, don't go down to the ground with Porterfield. That's the moral of the story this week.
Porterfield's jersey should have said TCB because he was taking care of business.
My favorite part was Tim. He's like, yeah, I went right to the locker room because he's like, I can't move in my goalie thing. Like, you look at their goalie, he's like, not a chance.
Their goalie was getting wailed on anyway, so.
I mean, when you look at Porterfield, you don't expect that, and then
he was teeing off on him.
It's not the first time he taking care of business. Whatever you
TCB.
wanted to put on his jersey. TCB Porterfield, is that his new name?
TCB.
Nicholas TCB Porterfield.
Yeah, he took care of business. I'd say that. It's about that he did the best out of that. Zach had 4 goals.
3. I was supposed to have 4. I was on the empty net, and then the ref blew the whistle.
We'll give you 4.
I'll take it.
Thanks. What was it, Worley?
Yeah, I think
Thanks,
so.
Hunter Worley.
I know. I was right next to the net, and then I just heard. I was like, dude, are you kidding me?
I was right behind you. I was hoping for the drop pass. You already had your hats.
He was getting whopped. He was getting whopped. I look back, and Worley's just getting, like, yammed on. I'm like, oh, well. I thought maybe I go up to the ref before they took both. I was like, so we get a free goal? Because isn't it if you take a penalty and the dude's like got a free shot to the net, it's a goal?
Yeah, especially if it's an empty net, it should be.
Yeah.
Like, what the
crap? That's what we said right when it happened too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the we went down there and we got 2 points out of 4, so you can't be too upset about it. But yeah, that's a pod for you boys today.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Coach on next week.
Yeah.
Kill.
Yeah. You guys got any comments before we sign off here?
Yeah, Joe, just do better next week.
Yeah, read the cliff notes, dude.
Yeah, please just do better. That's it.
This is more stressful than my classes. Like, I don't even know why I come out anymore. It's ridiculous.
Well, thank you to everybody that tuned in, and we'll catch you back here next week at the same time.
Hopefully.
Have a beloved night.